Plan to keep kids safe backfired online. Parents claim that Governor Abbott called for special needs children to be evacuated last in an emergency. Well, tonight, News 8's Kevin Reese verifies if there is any truth to this Facebook feeding frenzy.
This is the social media post making the rounds today that has some parents so angry. It suggests that when a school emergency like a shooting happens, that if there is a diverse special needs population, consider evacuating that population last.
But when I first read it, I'm like, that's a meme. Surely that's not real.
Brigitte Rideau is the South Lake mom who helped get a law passed in 2015 requiring Texas schools to have video cameras in special needs classrooms to protect students like her son from abuse. And she was shocked by this social media post.
And I was sick to my stomach. Like, I can't believe that. I can't believe it at all.
But we verified these are not the recommendations of the governor. After a school shooting in Colorado in 2006, the parents of a student who died formed the I Love You Guys Foundation, named after the last words their daughter texted them. Their foundation recommends how teachers and parents should consider responding to disasters. And one of the many early recommendations included the advice on special needs students because of the additional resources they would need once outside of school. But in the most recent 2018 version of that document, one endorsed by the Texas School Safety Center at Texas State University, the paragraph about special needs students has been removed. It's just not there anymore. And by reaching out to the governor's office, we've verified it's just one of many recommendations presented to him when coming up with his school and firearm safety action plan last month, advice he did not endorse. His initial plan does not include any reference to special needs students being evacuated differently than any other student. But misleading social media posts or not,
I want you to save all the kids at the same time.
Parents like Brigitte Rideau hope the needs of students like her son will always be part of the equation. Kevin Reese, Channel 8 News.